Yeah, this is what's really happening. I'm a guest today. All right, should I, is anyone gonna introduce me? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm Luke. What's really happening at, Hence and Hence Singleton. We'll get to why you're named that, in a little bit, and, Kelly Brown. Um, and we're talking to you as a guest. I should look this way. Okay. Single and what? That's me. Single ton. Because when you were single, you weighed more.
Yeah, actually, I did. But the name is like a mathematical equation, single ton. So that means I'm heavy.
Yeah, heavy, heavy now.
No, not heavy as in weight, heavy as in aura.
Heavy aura. Yeah. When you are in the room, there is a spirit. And sometimes you feel like oh, and then you feel comforted. If you want that person to feel comforted, is that what's going on?
That's 100% true. Because I pick my friends, better than I pick my nose. But
I see it as being light and like rising, your aura, filling the room.
yeah,
She's very good with the auras. Because Kelly, you're a librarian also, and a
am.
comedian. And I know librarians are filled with spooks. Well, like libraries, and well, okay, librarians also, from what I've seen in Ghostbusters.
is it true that librarians are quiet?
I, I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I'm shy. Um, except for
Uh-oh.
when I'm on stage.
So
But then I'm a different person.
We all are.
we could put some kind of stage underneath you, if that. And you like a Brown. I had a guinea pig named Brown once.
How did you spell it?
Well, it was just Brown.
See, there's an E at the end of Brown. It's silent. It's Irish, and so is Kelly, which is why I'm named what I am.
Yeah, well, no one would know because I usually just called him Brown, but his last name was Brown
Yeah.
too. Just Brown and then Brown. But
Yes.
usually, if you just say something, yeah, is that annoying that people might think your name is just like spelled like the color brown because it's just
It's
you're not.
There's
it's
nothing
spelled
wrong with it. It's
Brownini.
just not my name.
Okay, okay. So you don't want to fight anyone over it.
No, but it's like when I sign up at an open mic, and I don't know why I don't just leave the E off because nobody knows how to pronounce it. But then if they called my name, I wouldn't know it was my name because it wasn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, leave it there. Or I mean, you could just KB, or just go for something like that.
Yeah.
If I have that situation where I don't know someone's name, well, I realize they lead me into it and tell me just use their initials.
Really?
Yeah, because
I always try. I'm so bad with names. I'm terrible with names, but I always try to, do the association thing and to try and remember names. Like, I I don't know right now what I would do to remember your name, but I do. I saw it on your hat.
yeah, that's what
Right.
I said when we met up today. He said, "How'd you know it wasn't my brother?" And I said, "Well, your hat says hence on it." I would have said hence either way.
No, I was trying to trick Luke into thinking I had a twin brother.
But the thing is, I would have said hence
But
either
it usually
way.
works though. I've had people, in my early 20s thinking that I had a twin brother. I mean, it was incredible. But I wanted to touch back on something. You said something with your last name is Brown and it has an E at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a problem with the silent letters.
Mm-hmm.
Because that takes me back to this thing with my dad. We used to watch Knight Rider. And, we're watching it one day. And he said, what are you watching? I said, Knight Rider. He looks at it and he looks at the spelling. And he says, why is there a K in front of the N? I said, well, the K is silent. He said, because my dad, he's old school. He's like, ain't no such word. There's no such word with a K. He said, that would be Knight Rider. I'm like, no, it's not. He said, the K is silent. He said, no. He said, that's not knight. I said, Dad, if you look at, the Knights of the Round Table, that's spelled with a K. He said, that's a different kind of knight. I'm like, oh, God.
You say that again, I'm going to get you with a knife.
Well, what about kinetic? That's a K
But see,
too.
my dad's nickname was Long Knight. And then my brother, he
And
really got us in trouble.
knowledge.
Well, if it's 3 Ks,
The silent K.
that's K.
Yeah. So if, that's the case, if, the K is silent, the KKK would just be called.
Yeah. Wait, that's just one. No, that's just 1 K.
No, that's all 3 of them.
You just said just a K.
Wait.
That's K, right?
How many letters?
Let's
Are,
just say
how many letters are there in Mississippi?
Letters or
Letters.
Yes, I'm gonna go for 10.
8.
10.
8.
10.
4.
There's only 4.
Because they repeat.
MISP.
Oh, those synonyms.
It's almost bad as my joke.
Yeah. You made me think of it. What you said.
Yeah, so I guess we just kind of come here and just hang out. I guess that's what the show is, or podcast, or whatever this is. I'm supposed to come up with a description of what I do every week.
What do you do every week?
I guess that's what I do. Just
Come up with it.
just sit here and just unwind, I guess, and hang out with people, whoever ends up showing up. Or luckily there's spares around because you guys are here.
It's
Paul
a
and
good
Hens.
form of, I'll say it's a good form of therapy because you get
Yeah.
a chance to talk, and
Well-
talking to other people is therapy. I mean, it's therapeutic to get things off your chest.
Hmm.
Yes.
And then sometimes you could be the therapist too. You listen to others and you're like, all right,
Yeah, I do a lot of that.
what did my therapist used to say? Okay, ask them how their day was and ask them how that makes them feel and things like that. I've had a therapist all my childhood, and I didn't realize to use them as a therapist. I don't think I realized what a therapist was and what you're supposed to do until it was too late. And I was an adult. Like all my, I'm talking about childhood up into like even a little bit after 18, because I graduated still as I was 18, still like mid 18, and that's when I stopped having a therapist. And then I realized, wait, instead of like I'm actually supposed to tell them stuff. Instead, I was trying to ask them how their day was, and then I was trying to like.
I was always trying to make mine laugh.
Yeah.
And did that work?
Yeah.
No, mine was to you're not here for humor. I'm like, well, talking to you, it's got to be some kind of
I
humor.
always ask him how he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I used to
Turn
do.
the
And,
questions around and start asking them questions.
and then my
But how did that make you feel?
Yes. I said,
Hence, cut it out. But how does it make you feel?
you got graded for it too. Is that why they said cut it out?
They always told me cut
last
it out.
time I was there, I said, okay, I will tell you as long as you don't say, how does that make you feel? And he says, well, that's kind of what I do.
There's still he. Was it a he?
Job.
Did you get a
Yeah.
he or a she?
I have a he psychologist. I actually psychiatrist, psychologist, both.
I'm not even sure
Yeah.
what the difference is, but also wonder what the difference between like a male or female would.
They're all
is.
vultures. They know exactly how to get you to start yapping. Cause
They're probably crazy themselves.
you got to be to listen to all.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine all the shit they hear? Good lord.
I mean, yeah, especially because
And they're
they.
not supposed to tell anyone.
I know, and I know all
Well-
that trapped inside everything. That we probably see a lot of therapists and lawyers upstairs doing that fentanyl. Because man, look at all the stuff they got to keep in.
They have a pretty sure they have a
Yeah, they have.
high addiction rate or
Yeah,
whatever.
they-
I have never met an anesthesiologist who was not a drug abuser.
He-
Well, they have their limits of when they will tell or not tell. Because I've had times, a few times, I left the therapist's office and I realized I shouldn't have said that, and then I have to go to they call it in CHOP hospital, in the psych ward, it's like on the
You
bottom
are a
level.
danger to yourself or others.
Yeah, and
Don't ever say anything like that.
yeah, I realized that. I thought we were
Yeah.
just.
Even if it's
I thought I was
true,
just
don't-
expressing myself.
Yeah, but you got to be careful how you express yourself to them, because if you one, being funny, and two, use a kind of innuendo when you say, "Oh yeah, I like to beat myself," and then you end up going to therapy.
Just
You
kidding.
get sent to fucking.
That's not what I meant by beating
But
myself.
see, it happens. I mean, it happened to a friend of mine. It wasn't me, but he told his therapist that he had a hard time beating himself to get to a certain point. And she thought that he was actually beating himself, so she had his ass committed for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And then
yeah.
he finally told her that,
3
look,
weeks. Wow.
I was having problems masturbating. Why am I
Yeah.
here? And
Yeah, I mean, that's where I thought this was going. And to where I'm like, yeah, I guess you got to explain yourself more.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't just leave
there's no
just
gray area.
halfway to where that person just like, coming to that conclusion of he's beating himself, but you're leaving out the beating himself off part.
Well,
you
but
know?
he wasn't getting off, so he was just beating himself.
That would be a different doctor. Yeah.
But he thought he'd tell his therapist, and his therapist took it the wrong way, because I think he might have been hitting on his therapist, if you know him, because he was probably telling her, "Hey, I can't get it to go. Hey,
Yeah.
can you give me a hand, doc?"
Yeah. I had the whole.
His ass ended up in
I've had the whole. This is inappropriate. Talk in therapy once.
inappropriate talk. Hence, you shouldn't be talking like that to your therapist. Hence, you shouldn't be. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
We got to know each other well because I had in-class therapists. Like they would be on call right there. Like I get that tap on my shoulder. Would you like to have a talk in the other room? And that was better than timeout. Yeah, these are things where you realize you're in special ed.
I don't tell
Yeah,
my
really
therapist,
special ed.
I don't tell my psychologist anything.
that they don't need to know.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
Because I
that's
won't ever
smart.
go back to the hospital again.
Yeah, no kid.
Well, that's smart because also it's probably just helps to talk to them. Period. So you don't really need to give them too many details.
Exactly.
Just-
I'll
You
say
get
blah,
more-
blah, blah, blah for reasons that don't matter.
Yeah, and then if
Skip over
you
it.
know, it's probably best if they try to figure out where you're going. Be a little
Make 'em-
mysterious.
Make them work for it.
Kill time- yeah,
To your
I mean-
therapist.
Make them work for it. I mean, they're getting paid the big bucks, probably more than the actual, classroom teachers.
Of course. I mean, but if you being mysterious to your therapist, why go? I mean, you could talk to your friends, get more out of a conversation than with your therapist, because you're open up to your friend instead of a stranger. I mean, they
Yeah.
think it's a neutral ground or neutral place that you can come and talk to someone, but you're not really coming there to talk to them. You're really there to burn some damn time.
Well, I like having. Well, I like being the center of attention for no matter how long, but for 50 minutes,
50
That's
minutes?
a full
I'll pay
step.
for that.
But see, that's why I do stand up. I mean, stand up is my therapy. Because, when I was going through, a hard time, when I was working at this one company that sells tires, I was a manager there, and my boss,
Big O?
no,
Okay, they
little,
suck.
little
Good.
short guy, had little man's disease, and he's always, messing with the managers. And one day I told him, dude, you touch me again, I'm gonna punch the fuck out of you. And sure enough, and I was getting ready to beat his ass until one of my employees grabbed me off of him. I completely snapped. I woke up at a hospital going, trying to figure out why am I here.
Yeah.
And then, my assistant was like, dude, you're getting ready to whoop such and such ass. And I had to wind up quitting that job that I loved so much because of someone else, and ended up, doing therapy and stuff. And it wasn't going anywhere. So I started back doing comedy, and comedy is therapy, truth and tragedy plus time.
Well, yeah, once you're comfortable, I guess.
No, well, I wasn't. I guess the first day I started doing comedy,
Oh.
I didn't have no stage fright. I didn't have anything. I just went up there and felt like I was at home. And when I'm not on stage, I sit at home going, something's missing.
There goes some questions there. 'Cause you're talking about comedy and how would you combat heckling? That's one of the
I
comedy
love
questions.
hecklers. Oh my god.
And that's therapeutic, right?
Yes, it is. Especially I got this one heckler. This guy I was in, what was I at? I think I was in New York or Florida. Guy sitting in on an audience trying to be smarter than the comedians. So I'm like, okay, hold on a second. I asked the owner of this, I said, could I have 5 minutes to talk to this guy? He said, yes. I said, okay, man, since you want to sit up here and run your mouth, I'm going to say 3 letters. No matter how silly they sound, I want you to pronounce them since you're so smart. You said you have what in college? A 4.2? Okay, great. I said, all right, so who wants to volunteer? I'm going to say 3 letters, and no matter how silly they sound, pronounce it. Okay, anybody? First word is TWA. How would you pronounce that?
You mean twa?
Okay. TWB. TWB.
Wait, the white bitch?
No, TWB. Would it be twib?
Sounds like the white bitch.
No, it could be, but it's not. So just follow along.
I got it.
So I'm gonna say 3 letters,
Is
and you make the
it
word
a
out of
long or a short vowel, depending on.
it. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. So if it was TWC, it'd be twick. TWK would be twack. TWB would be twib. TWZ would be twaz. And
So you're alternating A and I.
right.
And
Mhm.
then
But
what
see,
about, like,
it all depends on how you put it together. So, and when I told him TWK, he went twack. I said, and what would you go if I go TWO is what?
12.
TWO is what?
The white one.
No, TWO is.
The
You
12.
said it the first time.
12.
TWO.
12.
TWO.
12.
2.
Bingo.
Oh.
That motherfucker was mad. He ran up on stage. I'm gonna kick your ass. I said, no, you need to shut up and sit your ass down and listen to some comedy because you are not funny. But I love doing that. Dude.
So,
He was like, fuck with 12.
Kelly, you were in a battle with Alvin Duke. I don't know who won.
I did.
You know Alvin Duke, right? Yes. Oh, he's a funny guy. You won?
I did. Yeah.
This was like a compliment battle, wasn't it?
Comedy battle?
Yeah.
It was comedy, but compliment.
It was
won,
compliments.
Right? Oh,
And,
of course you won that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The last. Do you know Alvin?
No.
Alvin Duke.
No. I might
Funny
have
guy.
seen him, but I don't know.
My last joke was, Alvin's such a great dad. You know, if I ever could have another kid, I would want Alvin to be the father.
Oh,
And
wow.
And so and besides the kids
Mic
wouldn't
drop,
be
yeah.
too dark.
That's a mic dropper right there. Wow.
So they have complimentary roast or battles. You're so nice.
Yeah.
That punchline, though.
People tell me I can't do roast because I'm too nice. So,
I don't do roast because people want to fight afterwards.
but I
grew up playing a dozen.
I think it's a real it's a skill I do not have. But I've heard
you
it
have it.
described as like you find something that everybody in the audience can recognize about a person right away, and something that person will think is funny. So I thought that was really good. A good description of a good roast as opposed to so many I've heard.
I grew up the youngest of 6.
And then
Two
you know how
older
to do it.
brothers, and they had friends. And
Yeah.
my
you-
brothers, oh my God, they used to get on me so bad that I want to just lose my mind.
I can do, well, my son is a comedian. And,
Wait, who's that?
sorry?
Your son's a comedian?
He is, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he's the reason,
Who's your-
I just,
who's your son?
his name is Ryan King.
Ryan
He's-
King. Ryan. King.
Ryan. His last name is King. He is.
I know
I
Brian
just
King,
started
no.
doing this a couple of years, like 3 years ago, and he is at the Comedy Spot in Sacramento, like 3 nights a week.
Oh, he must know Shannon Battle.
I know Shannon.
Great guy.
I know Shannon. Ryan knows who Shannon is.
Shannon Battle,
I
great
know
guy.
Shannon.
I don't know. I know a lot of people by face. I'm horrible with names.
Yeah, he can have his money as
He
well.
has a fedora as well. He wears a fedora.
You talking about Shannon?
Shannon Battle.
Yeah, Shannon Battle.
He dresses very. He
He's
has
all over the
Fun.
place.
Yeah, sometimes he has like
Well,
a red.
Well, I mean, he's a. I guess he's a Sacramento comic, but now he's like all over the place comic too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Shannon Battle is. Where isn't he now? Vegas.
he was like one of my very first comedy friends.
He's a good friend to have. Everyone needs a comedy friend in Shannon Battle. The ladies love Shannon too.
The ladies also love Cool J.
You know the last time I was
Gucci?
here,
No, Cool J.
Oh yeah.
LL Cool J.
the last time I was here.
But they do like coochie, sorry about to cut you off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We
mean-
carpool from Sacramento, and Shannon was one of the party, right?
He
And
can party. Yeah.
one of the party, yes. And at the last place, we hit 4 mics. At the last place, Shannon decides to leave with
5 women.
another a woman, which is fine. You know,
Oh,
you
because
don't
he's a
care.
good guy. He respects the ladies.
Yeah, but what he did was he had parked his car in front of my house, and
It happens. Shannon's gonna park his car in front of your house. It happens.
and then he goes there, and they're like, my husband is asleep and everything, and they get there like before we do, which is unfortunate.
What happened here?
He's just playing all this music, and he wakes him up, and he comes outside, and it's like, where's Kelly? Well, he doesn't know.
You think
That's
you're
the
having,
story.
you think you're messing around. Oh, she left for you, but you're back, and she's not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you got to watch your girl when Shannon's around. Yeah, that's why That's why
Oh,
Yeah,
he's,
they haven't met mine yet. And trying to keep that distance for now.
the woman he's in an open relationship with
Oh yeah. Okay.
is a librarian.
Oh
So
wait,
we
she's
do-
a librarian.
She's a librarian, yeah, and yeah.
I didn't know that. I when she did comedy a little bit, and she's like she cooks too.
I,
my
I've
God.
never seen her do comedy, but I can see her cooking.
Mm.
I hope we're talking about the same.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Yeah. Shannon's over there. God damn it! Shut up.
No, oh, it's an
He
open
said first
relationship.
and last name.
Yeah.
Which one are you? about?
Tempe.
Oh yeah, I thought she did some comedy too.
I have not seen her do comedy, but
Shit, if I
I've
can't get
never-
an open
yeah.
relationship, I get killed.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of people
I
do
tell her a
comedy,
joke,
but I know
and
about.
She says nobody's going to get that, and I said, I know. That's why I'm telling you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, she got it.
Then everybody else should be. getting it.
That she was my target audience, you know.
No, you should talk to my wife. Should be your target audience.
Yeah.
My wife's 100% Chinese. She almost made me quit comedy. Telling her some jokes.
Oh.
It didn't click to me that she didn't, that there's a language barrier. So I'd write some killer material, and I tell her, and she was sitting there looking at me stone faced.
My husband doesn't like my comedy because he thinks I tell too many personal things.
Really? What kind of personal things do you talk about?
Probably her husband. I
Well,
talk
so-
about my wife.
So what's your husband like?
What's he like? Wow.
And what doesn't he? I mean, and what isn't he like? Yeah, what's he like and what isn't he like?
He's we're opposites, I guess.
Oh,
happens a
all
lot.
right, all right.
Opposites
Right.
attract.
I have been married for 41 years.
He's got to be doing something to ring your bell that keeps you there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes, he does. He
Huh.
rings my bell, so to speak.
Mr. Brown, if you're out there listening, ding ding.
The way she did that little laugh after he rings my bell. All right.
41 years,
The
but
magic's alive.
the candle's still lit.
And the funny thing is, well, my son, the comedian, just moved back in with us.
It's a big house?
No,
Wow.
it's not. It's not. But he's like, well, the first thing, you know, he has to move back in, and we look at each other and go, well, how is this going to affect our sex life? This is
Yeah.
our first question.
Yeah, actually, we just got a note. Have you ever, well, the kids say hit it, but have you ever, like, the sex on the table? And as
Well,
the reason
if they were empty nesters, I'm pretty sure it was a table, picnic table, bathtub,
Well, see,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing.
island.
the reason I'm
These are
more
my friends.
interested
TV,
is because
floor,
you're
chimney,
married. So people
mailbox.
people out there want to hear about the married people having the great the sex lives, especially because we have a sex show here. So
Oh, okay. Well, you know, people.
and don't when you have the sex, don't lean in. Cause then it feels like he's at the doctor and you're like trying to check her out too much. You know?
You
Awkward,
know, if
you know?
if you had told me, oh, well, this is, okay. If you told me I would be like this at 62, actually, how many ever years ago I was like, no, you'd be dead, right? You'd be dead. and this is actually, we went to pick up Shannon Battle. This was several years ago.
That's how you keep the vitality. Hanging out with a guy like Shannon.
The,
Rub off on you. You
but
know?
there was a woman in the den, whatever, and she was in a recliner, and she was watching TV, and I don't know how I knew this, but I don't know. Somebody said, "Oh, that's my granny. She's 60," and I'm like, "I'm 60. I'm not gonna be like that. You know what I mean?"
So you're not going to do the recliner thing.
No. Well, I have a recliner. I enjoy the recliner.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say,
And
I'm
I'm not-
already doing that.
I get up
Okay.
from
Yeah,
the recliner.
but what I think what you're talking about is older people that we seen when we were growing up. Because I'm 55. I just turned 55 Thursday on that beautiful warm
Oh,
Thursday where
happy birthday.
God put the sun out just for me. But
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Yeah.
That was a good day for me as well.
Oh, it was an excellent
Before
day.
Friday the 13th.
But I
which is
totally forgot what I
very
was talking
bad
about
day.
now.
Oh. I'm sorry.
But what were we just talking about? I totally had. a
Well,
brain
the
fart.
sun god.
Oh, we
shine
love
the
that
sun.
part. That was my
You're
perfect
55.
day. But what was I talking about? Age and sex.
Yes.
Now with older people.
See, I can't remember because I'm so old.
No, I'm 55 and I'm proud.
I don't even know how to speak on that,
proud
'cause
to
I'm
be
already
'cause
there.
A lot haven't made it. But when I was growing up, when I seen people in their 50s, you know, they're all crickety and, you know, all, oh my God, and they're always complaining, oh, this hurt, that hurt, I can't do that, you know, oh, it's going to rain, my knee hurt, you know, shit like that. But I'm 55 and I look nothing like, you know, the people that I seen growing up. You know, it's like their hair is all gray, they can't move, all they do is complain. And I played tennis, you know, I was in an accident. You know, it took me away from playing tennis for a year and a half, but I'm back out trying to get my stamina and stuff back to play tennis. And right now it's been incredible because like I'm learning everything over and my body hasn't failed, you know, to where some people, you know, before they even get out there, they complain, oh, I can't do this. Why?
You got to keep active, I think. Keep going.
Yeah, I save my complaining 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's what I save it for. I just complain when I'm at work. Like I don't want to be here, things like that. You know, I can't wait to leave.
I don't work.
I always make work. An
Yeah, so
adventure.
there's no complaints. Yeah.
Oh, me either. I'm a house husband.
I'm retired.
We do
Wow.
talk about that. You're a house husband.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. and
That's a
proud
thing
of
now. Oh, we can think about this, Kelly. The house husbands.
Oh,
I think Kevin Hart started that. House husbands of Hollywood.
Oh,
it. Now I've been the
I
house
don't
husband
know.
for him and his Hollywood guys.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just I
that's a
was
thing.
called a housewife the last time we bought a car. You know, filled out that loan application, and the guy said he put down I said I didn't work, so he puts down my occupation as housewife, and I'm like, I'm not a house. I've never.
Do I look like I'm married to a goddamn house?
Well, depends how your cleaning is. You know.
My cleaning's terrible. I don't clean house. I don't cook. I don't clean.
And you don't. You said you don't put on the deodorant, and you're
I do
still,
not. I do not.
And still, it's well. You know the way I see it. I guess because you say you're the sex is the sex life is good, so you're probably gonna sweat a
41
lot
years,
anyway.
man.
So why put on deodorant if you're gonna you end up sweating anyway, right?
Now, I'm going to say this. It's going to sound really vain, but this is.
Yeah, right. That's yeah.
I smell good naturally. I've been
Right.
told.
How's it smell over there?
41 years. Hey,
You're next to her. How's it smell?
that's a different kind of smell she's talking about there.
He's
if,
trying.
if I said that, her husband would be down here in a heartbeat. How do you know how?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not.
She went like this. Here, smell
Okay.
this. Thing.
That's what kind of smell you're talking. All right. Keep that. Yeah, keep that smell going. There's a certain kind of we got to keep those smells alive. Yeah, you got to eat certain things too, to keep that
pH balance.
certain smell alive, right?
Yeah, eat. Well, yeah, and
You got to eat certain things. Yeah, mainly her is what he was eating the last 41 years.
But the smell, though.
well,
I mean, that's the
All of them,
taste.
all of them don't smell though.
I think everyone has a certain taste.
All
That
right.
almost sounds like a cannibal.
Yeah.
And now she's choking.
And it also depends on diet
Memories. Yeah.
and clean living, right?
True. Yeah.
You know, you can tell.
Well, yeah. We talk enough about the cannibals. I don't think anything new has happened with the cannibals lately. Has it? Have you heard anything new about cannibals in the news lately? No.
No, not recently.
Because we shouldn't have to look it up. It would just if it's big news, it would already be there for us to.
Only cannibal they're
think about.
talking about is George Santos.
He eats not people.
What is this about?
Oh, George Santos.
I mean, I know who he is.
Oh,
But
the lying
what's
guy.
the
He-
cannibal thing?
Yeah, he
The
lies
Lion
about
King.
everything. He
Lion
might be
King.
King Cannibal too.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think anyone likes that guy. Am I right? Or should I?
Well,
Man, even Republicans, they don't like nobody. They don't like.
Yeah, because I was wondering there. I know you're
They use
you're
it,
more
of course they use
on the liberal side, so I was wondering. Okay,
No,
you don't like
actually-
him, so should I? And I feel like no, we're not
I'm
supposed to
on
like
the
that
liberal
guy.
side.
Well, okay.
I'm on the
Put it
side
out
of
there.
body politic.
Body part. Okay,
The
so
body
you're-
politic is,
you-
and where people are bipartisan and they get shit done.
okay.
But one thing that a lot of our people, a lot of people in our society don't understand
Yeah.
is that we sent those motherfuckers there.
But what-
We pay their salaries,
We-
so we should be able to kick their asses out when we want to.
This is I really want to know the answer to this.
Yeah.
When is the last time there was bipartisan legislation? I mean, a lot of it.
Like these cup holders.
Clinton,
Yeah. Okay.
because Clinton had
I
to
mean,
stay
when
grounded.
Obama was president, I remember how
Oh, they-
bipartisan it was.
No, they didn't go bipartisan until the middle of his first year, because Mitch McConnell was too busy talking about making him a one-term president, and then everyone heard that, and everybody, even the racist people. This is what really kills me.
You know what?
You know-
That Bill Clinton.
Bill, he's black, but Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Bill Clinton has a black son too, because I was in Arkansas, and I swear to God, this guy that I seen at the county seat, I was down there with a friend of mine paying some of their taxes and stuff, and this cat works there, and he walked out. You swear to God, it was Bill Clinton, but he was black.
See, I was born and raised in Arkansas.
My dad was born and raised in Arkansas.
Oh, so you know Bill Clinton?
Yeah, I really do know him. Yeah.
So,
Pine Bluff.
I mean, yeah, he has soul. Like, yeah, you know.
Oh, he
So,
hit
would
on
you
me.
say
I
he
was
has
in
more soul than
college.
Obama?
I'd say they're probably about neck and neck, but Bill plays the saxophone. So, and he acted a lot more black than Obama too. So,
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, Obama might have had a black wife, but then again, they say black guys like white women, so it could still.
no black guys like women.
Hmm.
'Cause you don't
Oh, we're gonna
need to put a
okay.
color in front of it because
So we
black
could
guys-
squash that right now and just say women.
Yeah,
Okay, so it is not a fact that black guys like white women. It's just black guys like women.
Well,
Let's squash that right now.
What you're looking at is fat white women like skinny black men. Why? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm generalizing overweight white women, but I'm not just pointing at you, but
Alan,
it's fact.
Wow.
Alan says
You-
black men don't like skinny white women.
Black men really don't like skinny women, period, except for me. I married a Asian woman.
No, but I feel like that is a fact, what you just said, but I didn't realize it till now.
What, my wife is Asian?
No. What you said about the black and white, like
Don't like
big
skinny
women. Yeah, don't like the
The
skinny
reason
women.
I can
Yeah.
say that and stand on that because I've seen it.
No, I just had to picture things I've seen
Oh, okay.
and people I've met, and then now I'm seeing it too.
Yeah,
That's
because you're gonna probably get a lot of
Fact
hate
right
mail
there.
going, Luke, why is that guy talking about us big white women only like black? No, it's true. Or they if it's not a black guy that they're dating, is a little Mexican guy without a green card.
and that would be the white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least he said little
Sure.
little Mexican guy.
Yeah. Poquito.
So why is the small part count?
Because they're bigger. I mean, I understand in the wintertime, that's where, you usually go there for warmth, but, this is all year round.
Yeah, that brings up the situation where I was chased by a bunch of Mexicans in a gardening truck one time. They were in the
How'd
truck,
you get out of the
and the
truck?
other guys were on
Felipe?
the bike chasing me, and so it was that kind of situation I could
You were in
relate
the
to.
truck.
No, I was running. I didn't realize there was I didn't realize there was a white woman involved that was with the short Mexican guy
See,
that
sure.
knew a lot of other short
Like you
Mexican
said.
guys. So that makes sense. Yeah, it is always the short for some
But
reason.
see, as a comedian, you observe everything. I mean, I'm an observational comic. I talk about everything, I talk about everything I see. I talk about everything that happened to me. I mean, I talk about things that happen to other people, especially ones that fall and try to break their fall, and they should just do it.
Kids, I love when kids fall. It's hilarious.
I mean, sometimes you help by a little trip. Hey,
Wait 5 minutes later, you are. Hey.
Story about kids falling.
Oh, this is
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be good.
go for it.
I got the disclaimer up.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Kid
my
friendly.
son, the comedian, he actually does. He does improv. He does stand up, but he does a lot of. It's very physical.
Mm.
He falls down a lot, basically, and so when he was in kindergarten, we'd be, walking down the street, and all of a sudden he'd just like fall down. I mean, he didn't trip over anything. He just like fall down, and I'd run back to help him, and he'd pop back up again before I could get there. So I thought, well, it's a brain tumor, right?
Yeah, all kids seem special.
And then we take him to the pediatrician. Nothing wrong. Take him to they sent us to the hospital, a pediatric neurologist. and they did all these tests, and do not tap the table.
Oh, I thought that. I thought that
Whatever
meant
you do
you're
not tap the
in a
table.
cult.
I hear through the speakers.
I thought that meant you're in a cult because of the circle
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, so anyway, the doctor does all these tests, right? And then he says, okay, come in, please sit down. That never bodes well when they go, please sit down.
Yeah.
And he says, your son has dyspraxia. And I'm like, oh my God, I told you it was a brain tumor. This is terrible. He's like, no, it means he's clumsy.
Damn.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
They got a medical procedure for being clumsy. What the fuck?
Normally, damn it. Normally, it's an immaturity of the brain. So as you grow and mature, you grow out of it, right?
Yeah.
But he never did.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
You know,
It's like this part of his brain did not
So
develop.
this is also why I don't understand why people have kids, because you're making a gamble of all those years. Because people say, I want someone to carry out my name. I want someone to take care of me when I get older. So you're making
That's
that
not
gamble
true.
of about 18 years of your life for someone to hopefully take care of you. And then, like you said, he might be clumsy.
But I
Now he's got clumsy disease.
I do. I got 2 in there.
I would do anything for my kids. I
That's the
would
problem. Yeah, you have to.
happily lay down my life if it meant.
You
know.
do you value your life? Because when someone says that, I always got to figure out if it's just that they don't value their life or they find is someone just really important. I got to
Am I-
differentiate. You know.
I have my oldest son has mental health problems, and he can't find the right medication. You know, it's bad, and
Marijuana.
so he knows I've had issues, and he's like, why did you ever have me? And I'm gonna kill myself, and I'm like, go ahead.
Reverse psychology.
I'm like, go ahead. I wish I was brave enough to kill myself. Go ahead.
So I had the opposite experience. My dad said he already killed himself and told my mom to say he was dead. But it turns out I realized later on, tons of years later, he's not dead. And I'm just like, well,
Do you plan on having kids?
nah, man,
Why not?
these eggs are dried up.
These eggs.
No,
we
I-
don't have eggs. We got
No,
swimmers.
honestly, I praise the Lord every day. I haven't had kids.
Because
So then I found that,
I think you might make a
Yeah.
good father.
and that's
You know
the
what is
problem.
that too?
That
I mean,
Well,
'cause-
so that's the problem. So that's I found myself a great woman that won't have kids with, and the problem is I probably would be a great father, and that's the problem, because I don't want kids, and then if I did, it's all like, oh crap, I got to be a good father now. And because my dad left, so it's like, oh crap, I got to reverse that now. I
it
got
seemed like you have it natural though. Just because you have like a nurturing thing about you. I mean, no matter how gruff or things you try to come off as, there's this.
There's
It's
a
something
soft
behind
side.
you
Yeah.
that you could feel by talking to you.
You are
that
a
you would make
gentle
a
soul.
great. You would make a
Nice.
great dad.
well.
Because I see you punch yourself a lot because of the shit you went through. But don't let that define you.
So
Because you're your own individual person. Just because your dad ran off, that don't mean anything. I wish my dad would have ran off. I was
Well,
a
I
black
don't think
kid that
he
grew up
actually
with both
ran off.
parents
He
in the
just
house.
got drunk one
My
night
dad got
and-
drunk. My
and,
dad was a functioning alcoholic.
and
But
he
you know
just
the worst thing was?
got drunk one night, and then I guess while drinking, he found someone new, and he was like, "Hey, I'm drunk right now. Let's be together, and then I'm gonna like enlist for a little bit in the service." Yeah, and then it went on from there.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't let don't if you And it's not that, I mean, I didn't have my kids to carry on my name. I had my kids on accident.
I mean, I would be a good influence probably, like being one of those big brothers, like, you know, big brother organization, because I could give them all kinds of advice on things I messed up on and tell them how to be
two
different.
daughters.
Oh, really?
My daughters are 33 and 28.
My sons are 28 and 30.
Yeah, and my daughter, my oldest daughter, we share a birthday.
Are they single? Are your sons single?
My oldest son is married,
Okay.
so
Dude, my
Okay,
oldest
trying
daughter,
to
we share a
arrange
birthday.
something there.
And the thing about her is she'll call me for things, you know, and being the dad I am, I take care of it.
Yeah.
And
Daddy.
she shows no
Unfortunately, yeah.
she shows no gratitude for it at all. Because Christmas, my grandkids, she called and asked me for money for my grandkids. Sent it to her, no problem. We share a birthday, okay, last Thursday. And do you know when the last time I heard from her? The day she called me and asked me for money. No Christmas call, no birthday call, no nothing.
So
So
See,
but
so-
I don't let that define me. That's her fucking character flaws that she screws up.
nowadays, parenting is why I would probably be in have CPS called on me because I would not buy them a cell phone. They would buy their own.
Exactly. That's parenting.
That's
Yeah, but nowadays that's
Did your
considered
parents
child
buy?
abuse.
No, that's not. Because see, that's where
They
we
call that number.
that's where we
you're
screwed
done
up at.
for.
We, as in our group, screwed up the millennials and Gen Zs because we because I heard Russell Peters say this last night. We did so much work to make life easier for them, which
know
is a
what?
horrible thing.
And I feel like slapping my hand on the table. Because
No, don't do it. I
Darn
guess.
it. Gosh darn it. When I was young, I mean, I worked since I was like
Yeah.
14, 15, right? My kids, they're lucky to work on and off now.
Yeah.
I mean, and
They want to move back home.
we gave them everything we never had.
Yep, and that was
So-
our mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause our
My
parents-
mistake.
Our parents made us work for what
Exactly.
we wanted. And these kids nowadays, we want them to
Kids
have it easier.
nowadays,
They don't
yes.
appreciate shit.
They do not.
You know, yeah.
I mean, because I got one daughter that appreciates stuff and one daughter that don't. My youngest daughter, I can tell her to do anything and she'll make sure it's taken care of. And she's the one I discipline. My youngest daughter, I can call her right now and say Scarface. That was the name of my belt. And the other one would cry. I beat the shit out of my youngest daughter one day because she was fucking up. I tore that ass apart.
oh, good thing
My
she's
oldest
older
daughter
now.
cried. My oldest daughter cried. I'm like, what the fuck?
She's feeling it.
And the other one was sitting there like, I don't understand why you whooping me, Dad. You told me to protect myself. And I had to beat her ass one time because she beat up this kid in McDonald's. This kid came up to her teasing her about he got a Happy Meal and she just got a Big Mac and regular food. She wanted something to play with. I told her, I said, leave the little boy alone. So they're in there playing in the little jungle gym or whatever. All you hear is she was in there whooping his ass and took his toys.
My father used to always, not always, but beat me with a belt.
Yeah.
If I needed it.
Extension cord, razor strap, guitar cord.
But if you do that now,
Oh, you get lynched.
if
You get lynched.
if I ever touched one of my kids,
Your kid can go and tell somebody, "Oh, I think my mom's gonna beat me." You go right to jail. I mean, because we were told back in the 90s. I remember this. This was '83 when I was in health class. My health teacher told us that if your parents put their hands on you, you can call CPS, Child Protective Services. Oh, she shouldn't have told me that. Because I went home and luck has it, my dad was yelling at my brothers about some shit. And he told me to take out the trash. I'm like, nope, not going to do it. And he stopped yelling at my brothers and like, excuse me? Didn't I just say take out the trash? I said, I'm not taking out no trash, you do it.
Get
And my
that
brothers are
CPS
sitting
on
there.
speed dial.
My older brothers, they're sitting there, and my light skinned, my middle brother, he's about your complexion. This motherfucker turns red. My other brother's like, nigga, shut up. And my father like, and who the fuck told you could talk to me like this? And I'm like, My teacher told me that you, and I pointed right at him about this close to his face. I said, and you can't touch me or I can call Child Protective Services. Ha! I think the ha is the part that fucked up everybody. Because he passed me
You're
the
still
phone.
going to come back to that house. That's the problem.
No, my dad
You-
passed
no
me the
matter
phone.
what.
I reached for it. That's the last
Go ahead.
thing I remembered until my brothers then woke me
And
up.
if you call them, they got a certain time they're going to
They
be
would have to
there.
get there. And the time between
They would
them
have to
getting to the
find-
house and stopping my father from putting his foot in my ass, it'd have been too late. Because I got caught stealing one time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was begging the police to take me to jail. Begging them motherfuckers. They took all my friends to jail. But no. You're Hamp's son. We're going to take you home. I'm sitting in the back of the fucking car. I see my father peek around the door. I'm like, he whooped my ass from the squad car to my bedroom. And that wasn't the only ass whooping I got that night. Because in our neighborhood, when one person whoop your ass, all the parents whoop your ass. Because if one person was there, and my father, where's the rest of them? I know you weren't by yourself. So there were 5 other asses getting whooped that night.
Did you have to pick a Twitch
No, my dad had his own. I got my ass whooped with a guitar chord.
guitar chord? Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about singing the blues.
Oh, yeah.
Black and blues, yeah.
They would say, "Would you rather have this one or this one?"
No choice.
Why? What is the psychology behind?
Yeah, that's
that?
scary. Where they tell you to go out and pick your what they call
yeah,
a Twitch.
Go cut a switch.
Go get your own. Go
Switch,
get your
yeah.
own executioner.
So, but what if you came back with something really weak or?
Oh, the thin ones are worse. You ready to get hit with a branch than hit one of the ones you hear the.
Don't pick a rock.
Woo, man! Those switches that you can hear break through the wind. Oh my God! I remember my brother.
I think we actually put our kids in timeout once.
Kids be over here in timeout going, just wait until they get out of here.
I had a friend. He came back with a hanger one time when he said
gotta
go
look
pick
more
a Twitch, and he brought back a hanger, and then the dad said it's too late for that. You got to pick something else. The hanger didn't work. We already had you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah, damn, I
Oh
caught
God! Don't get me
that.
started on that.
already had you. Too late.
Back alley.
So
It's like my
Yeah.
whole entire reproductive life. I've had the right to make choices about my body, and then now I don't anymore.
oh yeah. So you're not a fan of that Clarence Thomas, I guess.
I'm not a fan of Clarence Thomas. No, I'm not.
Well, I mean,
He's an idiot.
It's kind of messed up though because they just told women that you don't matter. Your body is not yours. I'm a man, so you can have babies any fucking time I say so. You can't get rid of them though. But the messed up part about them telling you guys what to do with your reproductive systems, after y'all have the baby, then the baby's a drain on society.
You know,
that'll never happen in California though. Anyway, all these.
I mean, it's
not
damned if
having
you do, damned if you don't.
with that whole abortion thing. It's always a free for all in California. Or I mean, whatever you want to do with your body, come to California and do it.
yeah. Oh, I'm glad I live here.
Yeah.
As a woman, though, as a woman, I don't know about as a man. Can we still do whatever we want with our
No.
body?
No.
Okay, so
Well,
Let-
until recently you could.
yeah, but now you can't. Even men.
Yeah, you could harass anybody you wanted if you wanted. I'm not saying you do or did.
yeah, not anymore.
Because when they've reversed Roe, everything happens in Florida. I don't know why, but there's this doctor in Florida that was doing vasectomies. He said he'd do
Those are beautiful.
maybe 12 to 24 a year. He said when they denounced Roe and took it down, he said he went up to at least 48 vasectomies every 3 days.
I think it's
Because,
yeah.
It's going to trickle down to us too, as the male, because they're trying to get rid of condoms. So if you're having sex, I guess you come home with a disease.
I mean, how could you? They're talking about overturning Griswold v. Connecticut, which is the contraception.
The contraceptive
How could
law.
How can you ban
So-
contraception? How
I've
can you
always
do that?
felt like
Because they feel that, that God said everyone's supposed to, I mean, if they did that, you know how many kids would be in this world? I
You know,
mean,
Baptists aren't supposed to masturbate.
That's preemptive abortion.
really?
That's why.
Yeah, because you're spilling your seed on the ground or something.
something
Well,
about
but what if you catch it in your hand?
You could, I could swallow it for you, or
They take
Oh.
away Roe v. Wade. They take away Roe v. Wade, and then
terrible
they
joke.
give you that because that's preemptive abortion. That's the next step. The next thing is they're going to say you can't have premarital sex.
Well, hey, I'm
But yet
surprised
they're doing
in some places
Or they
you
can't
can't,
work.
right? In some places it's
They-
against the law to have
there's anal
premarital
sex.
sex, isn't it?
Some places it's against the law to have anal sex.
Well, I was
this one-
surprised it was out here.
But see, this
For-
one
for
Puerto
a
Rican
long
girl
time.
spoiled me.
Wait,
She-
what?
This one Puerto Rican girl sat on my wiener.
And it was illegal right at the time, right?
Oh
you
my
could have
what?
gotten arrested. Would that be entrapment?
I don't care what it was. It was incredible.
Hence,
that was my first time ever doing it.
yeah, it's like the anal.
I like to talk about it because I don't get it. My wife will pound it off on everybody else.
What
Go
is-
fuck her in the ass. not
What
me.
is it with guys and the whole the
No,
whole how
because once again in Florida,
to
once again in Florida, there's this guy. The only reason why I'm thinking about it because
I mean, I'm
they
talking
say
about
that's
the
where the
journal,
male
not just you.
G spot is at. Why you running? Why you running? No one hear this?
she's got to leave it. I'm never going to be interested in doing that anyway.
Yeah,
her
anyway.
butt is very safe in that area. Not, wow, she's just the
One-
butt of the joke.
One,
That
this
sucks.
Puerto Rican girl,
The butt
a
of the
Puerto Rican
joke.
girl did it. She sat on it, and I was like, "Wow, that's incredible."
Yeah.
One of my ex-wife, she did it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's incredible." So I'm wondering why should they get all the pleasure? Because they say a man's G spot in his anal canal.
I mean, I've seen Road
And-
Trip, yeah.
And check it out. The reason why they say it's true because this doctor in Florida got shot in the chest twice for giving a man an orgasm from a proctologist.
And
he
these
said.
aren't jokes. This
is true. It's 100%.
It's really happening.
I pulled it up. I looked it up on
I
and
just
showed it to him. He was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me."
would not want to be pleasure because like I
Look
can
how happy gay men.
I just know, yeah, I know they're very happy. That's why they're called gay because they're happy. I just know that once if I do enjoy that there, because I'm very
have it done by a woman.
I'm very
You don't
logical
gotta
because
do it.
Just say there are ways to achieve the same thing.
I just want to find out. I don't want to do
Partner,
there.
well,
That's like, check this out.
yeah.
All right, getting older, I found out I need to wear glasses. Okay,
That
and
makes
I was
sense,
rolling a blunt and I couldn't see it, so I figured once I got my glasses, I could see clear. HD TV, I don't watch it anymore. And the second thing I found out is I think I might have been shortchanging my wife because I wore my glasses when I went down on her, and you will not believe what I found: the clit. Don't know what the fuck to do with it, but I found the little
Yeah.
woman in the boat.
It's
right.
like a little button, isn't it?
Yeah, the little woman in the boat.
I guess that's why some people have said, they have a little penis, and like I don't. need
That
to
is
hear
a little woman with a pink hat on.
Yeah, yeah. So, gosh, man, what was I? It's
Pretty bright red.
something
Oh,
about.
sorry.
Oh no, yeah. What
Embarrassed?
I was saying was like
You didn't find
If-
the little woman in the boat?
so I am more. I guess I
I mean,
I go
how would you?
I go
How
towards
would you
more.
feel if you had sex organs that were not that couldn't be found? You would feel really bad, wouldn't you?
Jeez, I know it's down here somewhere.
Yeah, and it's really hard to guide a guy there. You know,
Like Braille.
so I realized. So I am more. I guess conservative. So I do look at things in life and go, am I just feeling that way because I'm just more conservative? So I've looked at the gay side and go like, am I just am I really straight here? I'm just against the gays. And then I went and thought to myself, let me think about that. And then I had to go, oh, nope, I'm straight. Because I did go, and then one other thing, well, because, I went, that would hurt. And attracted to women. But also, not only would it hurt,
It really
but
doesn't
but
hurt
think
so
about it. Like if
I
you,
wouldn't know.
I realized if that happened and it was like, oh, that's that G spot Hence is talking about. Then
Don't say it. You know, don't go. Ooh, that's a G spot when you find it and say hence.
I know, because yeah, well, because then I
Hopefully you wouldn't think about
I
it
don't
at that
see-
time though.
I don't see it. Well, because I don't see how I could go back to the way I was anymore, because now that area is all I could really feel now. There's no other area now. It's just like, all right, just going for the anal.
I think
Is
Paul
me and-
wants to tie me up.
So we're talking about the BDSM,
So I
now?
won't
Baby daddy
have to say-
syndrome.
He gonna give you a vibrator. Say, here, stroke this thing. You say- and you know,
I'm not sure even why they call it that anymore. Yeah, but
what?
so you like
male
the
butt sex?
Kelly, you like the tying up, because you're in the right place for it, San Francisco.
Oh,
We have a
Oh.
coffee shop that where you could get tied up and have coffee.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's called the Wiki Grounds.
Holy
yeah.
man!
Hey, they're frappuccinos.
See,
Are
hearing stuff
different.
like stuff,
I
man.
had no idea.
Me either, man. Holy cow, man! Now I really feel
I
fucking
was
old.
supposed to get tied up on my birthday, but
And
Give me your phone number. I'll call your husband. Hey, look, 41 years, man.
Is
41
this the
years.
situation with your husband too? Like he wasn't gonna tie? Well, I can understand this, because also I'm not too big into the tying up, because I like the person to struggle a little bit. Like if you're all tied up, like it's now you're just stiff, and am I even pleasuring you? I can't tell.
Kind of
because-
morbid, huh? Like you're banging a dead person.
well,
Yeah, I mean, I want you to move.
But you don't want them to struggle.
I can just imagine. I want the struggle. Like I want the struggle. Like
What's the safe mumble?
I wanna hold you down. You know, not
Really?
handcuff or
No.
tie you.
What's your safe?
I'd rather hold the person down. You know,
Stop.
then I can feel you trying to. But what I would hate if the person is actually stronger. You know, they're like, damn it, this isn't working. Now I do
You
want
tie
to
her down and she got you tied down next.
I don't think I could do being tied up. You know, that'd be take someone that you really trust, because women get too curious.
On the next episode of What's Really Happening.
Well, you know what?
Help.
And I almost tapped the table again. If and a lot of women are this way, but I am definitely this way. If a man wanted to stop me from moving, or that they could. I'm not strong. I mean,
Oh, okay.
physically,
Like,
right?
I would be
Physically.
encouraged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I have to try and do something, non-physical, like I don't know, if I poke them in the eyes.
See, this is
Stuff
why
like that.
I can't be tied up. Women start poking you in the eyes. You
Oh,
know?
you're so vulnerable, man. It's like
No,
being vulnerable is what they want you to.
Yeah,
be.
I'd be like, oh, I'd be blind, I'd be bleeding, and they say, oh yeah, you like that? I'm like, no, I don't.
it's a trust thing. I mean, if you
Yeah,
allow
it's-
somebody to
Start
see
choking you.
It's all-
right.
No.
It depends on
Uh-uh.
how much trust you have, because I'm pretty sure I would not.
I like
trust
choking. I don't
anyone.
like to be the choked.
I don't like choke. I wouldn't want to choke someone.
Wait a
The
minute.
choker.
Well, I
Wait a minute.
like just tightening up the,
I couldn't choke. I couldn't be banging
You
some
want
chick
them-
and be
That's
choking.
because
her.
you
It's
want
like-
them to struggle. He wants to choke them, and he wants them to struggle.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm going to choke her, hopefully my penis is in her mouth. That's,
You know what I can't figure out?
and
It's
it
like-
does a little reach around.
I can't figure out why guys always say, "I want you to gag," because that's
Not throw up. Gag, not
I
throw up.
don't want you to gag. I want you to go to town.
right.
If you're gagging, you're going to stop.
yeah.
Go to
that-
town. That
And
sounds
they
like
always,
I'm a pimple.
and they always gag whenever you be right. Oh, and you're, I'm like, fuck, here we go. Then you got to start all over.
see,
Yeah.
you think the way I do. I mean,
Oh.
If you're going to be there, be
So,
enthusiastic and creative.
So speaking about creative, so today's the Martin Luther King Day. It's I had you on today, hence.
That sounds so racist. I only had you on because it's Martin Luther King Day, and you're the only black guy I could find.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Well, at least he's telling the truth.
Well, I mean, there's no other black people in this building that I
Actually,
came across.
They all,
besides the light-skinned ones.
that's because they all have the day
Wait,
off.
Yeah, and they're off today.
yeah. I mean, you're
Well, actually, most black guys or most black people don't
You're a
have
house
the
husband.
federal holiday off. Because I'm at work today.
I still had I pay for parking out there.
Yeah, but they don't have to pay for parking at the BART station. You got to make sure I remember my car is there so I don't go home and leave.
I didn't try that. Yeah. But so, how do you feel about this thing? Oh yeah, you wanted that? Yeah, go
He has
for
the
it. I
greatest
didn't see you
snacks,
going for it,
doesn't he?
so yeah.
I thought they were cut up oranges. I didn't.
How do you feel about the Martin Luther King? Is his dream still going on?
Well, the dream is
Is
the
it,
dream is now a nightmare. The dream has been abandoned since I'd say between Obama and Clinton.
I wasn't feeling the speech, man. Like I felt like where was Martin Luther King presence in the president's speech earlier?
I talking about
The Biden,
Biden,
yeah, the Biden.
well,
I mean-
Biden forgets. He's a little up in age, so. But he's still a better president than that orange dude that just left. The orange dude only want to cause chaos and all that other stuff.
Kelly's she's gonna talk about how she likes the orange guy. Trump.
I-
You had me call him the orange guy.
I think that
He was a great guy, wasn't
I
he, Kelly?
think that Biden has the best of intentions.
Oh, all right.
But
You
the
know,
execution.
Yeah, and he's like, I like it when he says, I'm too old for this, or that's just malarkey.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Because I think that's how he thinks. I mean, I think for his age, which is what 80.
80, he'll be 84 if he gets the job again.
It's amazing what he does, and it's amazing what. Again, I keep talking about age, but yeah,
nothing but
when
a
I was younger, I mean, Nancy Pelosi's 80 something. How many people are so sharp like Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yeah. Well, she was sharp until
I
she
did
left.
kind of feel like
Right.
he was he's doing a speech for Nancy Pelosi versus Martin Luther King today. I was like,
I think
what
he's
the
trying
hell?
too hard to try to
Oh,
prove
please
to black
everybody,
people
yeah.
Yes.
that he's for them.
you were
What I
not
would like to
black
see-
Biden. We've already talked about how
What
Bill
I-
Clinton he can be vouched for, but Biden,
Yeah.
people like Biden have a harder time.
Biden is whiter than white.
Yeah, he's very.
He's been in the
very
Senate
white, yeah.
forever. He has, like she said, he has really, really good intentions, but
Horrible pandering.
what's stopping him is the people behind him. Not only Democrats, the Republicans, and independents. Everybody in Washington right now has their heads so far up their ass trying to outbetter everyone instead of working together because, like I said before, we put them there. As a collective conglomerate, we can get all of them out.
And
But you got
Kevin McCarthy sold his soul.
Kevin McCarthy, I mean, I used to have respect for him until it was him, Mitch McConnell, and Lindsey Graham. I used to love those guys
Really?
because this
Yeah, he
before
said
Trump,
Lindsey Graham.
Okay.
before Trump, and before what
little
they said about
surprised there.
Biden.
Lindsey Graham.
No, this is before Biden, before Obama got in office.
Okay.
Back when they were doing shit and they're trying to work when Bush had them wrapped, when Cheney had them all in line. That's who we need as a president right now.
Cheney.
Would be Cheney, because Cheney would whip the shit out of those Republicans. Because one, he doesn't like most of them, and two,
Yeah.
he doesn't want this country to go.
He acts what he believes
And
in.
he's a
No,
good shot.
we may
Well,
not believe the same thing.
Speaking
in a
of,
dead shot.
Yeah, I love Liz Cheney, and
Yeah.
I also liked Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
some of the
okay.
Republicans.
I think they have,
The older
like,
Republicans.
integrity.
Is these
you
new
know,
ones?
I guess I have,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I have hard
integrity.
feelings towards Mitt because he's from Utah.
Yeah, the Mormon state.
No, that's where my
They
dad,
do a lot of
dad
anal
left
there,
to
too.
not pay child support was to leave to Utah.
Hey, but
Huh.
see, they do a lot of anal in Utah also.
I know.
Mormons.
I almost hooked up with some a relative.
They're saving
out there.
themselves for marriage, but you can go through the back door.
So speaking of
White chocolate.
yeah, well, because it's
Mike
it's
did it.
unity. It's unity. So speaking of the white people, the really white people, why do Oh, people love the Royals too much. That guy, the
Do
Harry
they
guy,
have last
The
names?
Harry.
What are they last names?
the Harry came out with
They're
a.
Windsor now.
Yeah,
He
but
came
what's
out
their
with a
last
book
name?
about his.
Windsor? Harry Windsor?
No, yeah, no one cares about his last name. The Harry came. He came out with a book now about his
Yeah.
frozen,
Oh.
his frozen penis.
Oh God.
Yeah, how did he freeze his penis anyway?
And
What was he playing with it
why
for?
you gotta bring up your mom's name with the frozen?
Yeah,
penis?
him and his mom was playing with his frozen penis.
Yeah, what did you know? You're a librarian, Kelly. You know
Yeah,
about his
mummy.
frozen penis, right?
Mommy
You
seen
know,
a frozen penis.
I started.
My telly
I started. They did that show, that documentary or whatever, and
Oh my gosh.
and it was so self-serving.
hard not
It
to
was
throw
like
up,
the
yeah.
world's smallest. I couldn't even watch it, and so I didn't
Yeah.
watch. I mean, I knew he was saying whatever they said. It was just so outrageous and so self-serving, and they were just like so whiny. I mean, come fucking on. You complain because you became part of the royal family of
Yeah.
England because you have all this stuff I could never dream of in a million years. I'm sorry, I'd learn a way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate being wealthy.
I know.
sucks.
It's so
I-
sad.
mommy, my penis is stuck to the
They're
wall.
complaining because the castle was too big, so so now they got to get
Drafty
like
castle.
a 20 room house.
And supposedly they have like King Charles, I guess, now he has somebody dress him
Yeah,
like every
dude, what the
day. They
fuck?
can't put on their own clothes.
He stands there while somebody puts his shirt on,
Yeah.
his t-shirt on, his underwear. He even has what is it, a royal washer or a royal bather.
Oh yeah, taking them back to like the country western
you
days.
get in a pool of water and these servants come give you a bath. Man,
Back in the day, that'd be what we call a brothel. Now it's
yeah, but
Yeah.
they've been doing it forever, so
Yeah.
they're banging their servants. I'm like, one, I want to go in there and take a bath my damn self because I wouldn't feel clean if someone else is washing me up.
So
Who's gonna clean your private parts like you clean your private
or in
talking
Harry's
about-
words, that'd be his mom.
well,
and his penis?
he said Camilla
That
was
looks
the
ugly.
one who was making all the racist remarks and hurting Megan, right? Know what he said?
You don't even have to be around these people. That's the craziest thing. Like you could take less of the money.
I mean, everybody
Which
hates her. What's the advantage in
What's it?
that?
So I guess they're richer if they're over where I guess the kingdom is, but they just take less of that rich money and still get the other rich money and come over here.
Oh, they stripped Harry of everything. He came over here.
I don't know,
basically
man.
With his,
Hey.
no, those are some vindictive ass people, man. You leave, they want you to
Well,
leave with
they're not.
nothing.
I
It's
don't
not
I don't
like
picture him
it's
living
not
on the
like
streets.
that.
Yeah. Well, Megan's money and then the money from that Oprah Winfrey thing that he did, and then money that his mother squirreled away from them for them before she died, because she had money put aside for them because she really didn't want them to grow up as royals.
Oprah definitely forgot where she came from. Seems like.
Oprah, yeah, she said she's from Chicago, but she's actually from Milwaukee.
Yeah. Not happening, Oprah. We know where you're from. We know where you're from, Oprah.
I have
Yeah.
one image from her book. I think The Color Purple, right?
That was good.
And it's when she's young, she goes out in this field. She has a can of clean peaches, and she eats the can of peaches. Do you remember? Peaches are just so sweet and wonderful. I mean, I felt that feeling. All right, moving on.
We're talking about sex again.
Yeah, I felt that feeling. I'm like, huh? Yeah, it got quiet
Okay,
in here.
exactly.
Oh well, okay. We could just move along and talk about sex.
Hopefully, your husband's not listening. to
How
this.
about?
He should be, because when he gets
This
home,
is
he
as
should be
good
happy.
as sex. This white chocolate.
Yeah, unfortunately, it sucks when I have food that's as good as sex because it's like, hold on, I'm
Never
already
found any
having
food that good.
food sex first. We're gonna have to wait a little bit for
Food
the real
while
sex.
having sex? No.
So how about that? Linsmore or whatever the cop. She had the sex with the five guys in the police department, and she lost her job out of it.
Damn, I need to get a job at a police department.
What?
Well, yeah, you didn't.
Sex and cops.
Wait, do I really have to look this up? You didn't hear
No,
about
I
that?
haven't heard about that. I heard about the 6-year-old kid that shot his teacher.
Yeah, that was.
That's sad, man. Where in the hell did this kid get a damn gun from?
His mom.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have water?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so here it is. 5 cops fired after taking part in Girls Gone Wild parties and having sex on the job with one cop, though. With one female cop. Hey, I mean, ooh, man.
Wow.
When I look up 5 cops arrested in sex, I don't know why fentanyl comes up. Yeah, well. So, do you think that's, sexist? That it was mostly, sure, I looked up 5 cops arrested. I didn't know they all got arrested. It seems like the woman they're targeting. I see pictures of the female cop all over the place. Isn't that kind of sexist when it seems like, I'm talking about the 5 cops that had the sex with the woman, and they're all cops. And
Was she a cop also?
Yeah, and they all
What if it was the other way
they got
around?
arrested. I keep seeing pictures of the woman. Everyone keeps making fun of the woman, talking about
What about the
ran a
dudes?
train on. Yeah,
See,
I
if
mean,
it was the other
I'm
way
pretty sure. Yeah,
around,
they ran a train.
she was married too. I mean,
maybe that's
why they keep poking fun at the woman though?
So she was married.
Yeah,
Her husband must not have been ringing her bell.
yeah.
How did they talk her into it, or did she? I want to know, how did it all start? Where
Well-
did the conversation of, hey, you want to bang me and the other 4? Or, did it start off innocent? Hey, me and you were
It
banging. And
doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would just
So
pop up.
yeah.
that's her right there.
Well, she's
She's
cute.
not-
So she's
I mean,
cute.
no.
Huh?
I'd bang her.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
here's the guys. Here's right there. All right.
And you see, smile. I had to be a brother.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn it.
Right there.
and
2 brothers.
I mean,
Oh, okay. I know what. I thought it
all
was.
but the bottom right.
Yeah, but see,
2 black guys, 2 white
But
guys.
see, when I seen that, I know which article you're talking about now. When I seen it, it just showed her and the 2 black dudes. It didn't show any other guys.
Wow.
It just showed her and the 2 black dudes.
Fox News.
God damn.
No, I seen it on. It should be on my feed because I was going to do a story about that.
I go
My
for
husband always
go to
watches
Newsweek.
Fox News, but I can't stand
I
it.
love the Gutfeld. Shout out to Rob Schneider for saying he mentioned Larry Bubbles Brown on the Gutfeld show.
Oh, cool.
What? Oh, sweet, Rob. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was an animal, and also he was a male gigolo at one time in his life.
Who?
That Rob Schneider.
Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a movie. He wasn't really.
Yeah.
No?
So
That's just like when I used to be a stripper before I became a comedian.
we come to that conclusion that maybe I believe we talked about you like Kelly and Hence, you like Bill Clinton, right?
Oh yeah.
So what did this girl do wrong? She liked the sex, I guess.
You talking about Monica?
Monica?
I'm comparing like we
Monica's
think
wild.
that Bill.
Didn't do anything wrong.
So no, I'm saying so you think the Bill Clinton did a good job in office?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
he
what-
did an excellent job in office, and he did an excellent job in office.
So and he had the sex. So this woman here, she had the sex. So if she did a good job, maybe she should have kept her job if she did a
Talking
good
about,
job.
Hillary?
No, I'm saying this cop woman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Same thing in a way that she's having the sex on the job. But if she did a good job in her position, maybe they should have been like, hey, what's the problem here?
She did 4 guys, so I'm pretty sure she did a good job.
This
In many positions.
5.
the thing about Monica.
And in some
Lewinsky is
articles, they
that
had a dog and a janitor.
She was not in a position of power, Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
So, but this other woman sounds like she's in a position of power.
Yeah, the cop.
Yeah. So it's not.
So, but I don't understand why would she get
I mean,
all
it,
of them
it
should
has
be
to
fired.
It has to be her choice, right?
I mean, so
I mean, if it wasn't her choice, then it's rape. So
and
it wasn't a rape situation. It was
4-on-1.
yeah. I mean, it was. I believe it was also individually at certain times. Like, hey, bro, so you going on with her tonight? Yeah. Around what time? Before and after. Just let me know.
The news make it seem like she was getting ran up in a car. They got 4 dudes in their tag team, and three holes are occupied, and one, she's giving one a handy.
One of the news articles actually said she had a speed train ran up on her, and
a speed train.
that's where I
Is that
thought
what it's called?
that's the first article I saw, and I thought the news article was fake when I saw that. Then I realized, oh, that's true. They just decided to put a little funny little title there.
Yeah, but a speed train would make all guys look, kind of,
So it's sexist. It's making the guys look good.
No. What I mean, because a speed train is fast.
What kind of train?
So
Bullet train? Or what?
Up, done, done,
Well,
I don't
done.
know these
And she's like,
words.
"What? Are you serious?"
because I mean,
I put my wedding, my relationship,
Yeah.
and everything on for 4 minutes on the speed train.
well, when that guy's done, you call up Mr.
In and
Officer
out,
number
in and out,
2
in
or
and
3
out,
or
in and out.
yeah. So
Well, it could have been fast the first time, because when you first, the first time you're with someone, you can't expect it to be, super good.
Maybe these officers did a really good job in their area, so there wasn't crime out
So
there.
They had.
So
they
this
had
is
overlap.
downtime that they need.
Oh, it was down.
Yeah, maybe we didn't need them out there patrolling at that time.
They were patrolling.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, oh yeah, they were getting the fleshlight out.
Yeah, flashlight.
Oh, so these are like butter
The hell is
cookies.
a
That's yours. Take it.
Butter cookies.
Well, it's a flashlight.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
It has something to do with
What?
the sex.
Okay,
A
but
flashlight is
Oh,
a
yeah,
male
yeah.
sexual device that looks like a flashlight.
Okay, I didn't know
It's
that.
an orifice.
I just knew it was a
Put
sex
your
thing.
into, and
really?
yes, you can see every bone inside your bone.
I just
I get one of
I
those.
am not giving Dan a
serious?
flashlight
Yes, sir.
there.
San Francisco.
I've heard a lot of people make jokes about them. I've always wanted to see one.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, if I get one, you can check it out.
A pocket.
We're gonna be over like a campfire. Hey,
Oh, this is
could you imagine opening it up? Hey,
this is this is what I have written down. So now we're going over notes that where we first came in here.
Uh-oh.
So hence you said to the Paul
To the ball.
that I believe you said this Jesus needs to cover up his spot. Is that something?
No, I didn't say it, but I
Is
can.
that something you think Jesus would want to do?
Cover up that bald spot of Paul's? No, because he think it's a what? How can I say it? Like, my dentist will not close the gap in my teeth because it said it makes me
You can take the whole
unique.
thing, Kelly.
Paul's bald spot makes him unique.
Yeah.
Makes him different than any other balding man.
I haven't known him not bald, but he's like looking up sex toys. That's a vagina that you
No, that's a flashlight.
That is okay. So I always knew what a fleshlight
Oh,
was.
okay.
Then I guess.
Okay, I have not seen one.
Yeah, it is weird. I've put my finger.
They
in.
got both sides of the coin there.
Interesting.
I've put my finger in one before.
Looks more like an ice cream cone than it looks like a flashlight.
Interesting.
It is
They even
disturbing.
have clear ones.
I didn't
It's
know.
ice lady.
Don't put your penis in there. It's disturbing.
Wow.
It feels like
Really?
something that shouldn't be in. So, and then we talked about sex and real estate. Those go together.
Holy cow! I've never.
Would that help you buy a house? If,
I'm like blown away, man.
Not $3.
I'm not paying for it.
Actually, it's $69, but who would have guessed?
Oh, okay.
so, I mean, I don't
You just have to
see.
pay it to leave.
See, would that take
What
place
else
of a
does it
sex
do,
worker
though?
also?
Does it cook?
It's got to cook, clean, wash
Microwave,
dishes.
YouTube, or does it have a Bluetooth?
Yes, it does.
That's
As
just
long as it doesn't drag it on it, I'm fine.
flesh. Look at that thing.
Hopefully, it doesn't have a snag.
Like, what is that? That looks horrible.
Yeah.
This one that we're looking at is the Turbo Thrust Blue Ice.
And the name they come up with: the Turbo Thrust Blue Ice Fleshlight.
How would you like to be in their marketing department? We got to come up with a name for this.
No,
Yeah.
could you imagine being the demo?
Look at the models on these.
But why do they got a woman modeling
Oh,
something
why-
that a man stick his thing in?
Why does a woman have that in her mouth?
It's the guy that's purchasing it. So he's thinking, does everyone go out of the factory just like that?
That's like, did you see those new sex dolls that they got in Japan?
15 minutes. Just to let you know.
15 minutes. That's how long they last.
No.
Wow.
That's how
Depends
long
on
you're
what-
gonna last.
Depends on how much of a charge is in there.
I don't know why.
But
I get the.
They got
Anal
in
feeling.
Japan. They got new sex dolls, not like the one, the Suck Me Susie, that you blow up and she's just stuck in one position. These things do everything a woman can do except cook and clean.
I don't cook. with
They're
me.
robots. They're
You know what they can't do? All right, this is what they can't do. Pick a show for you to watch together. That's what they can't do. That's what I like.
You're not
a
gonna be
woman could
watching
do.
the show. She's gonna be probably having her head bent down somewhere, and you're gonna be behind her going, "Ah!"
Yeah, but he's saying she doesn't provide companionship.
Oh, she goes for companionship for about
Yeah.
anywhere from 30 seconds to about a minute and a half.
Luke has sophisticated needs.
Yeah, she doesn't make money, you know.
Yeah, he needs money.
So,
And
You
the
could-
thing, yeah, it
you
costs
could
like
hire-
$5,000 though for
You
the
could
thing.
you could hire
The
her
dude's
out
got like
though.
7 of them.
You can't be using her all the time, so you can let people.
I said, man, I tried to bang your doll and fell in. Oh, sorry.
yeah, that's why, you know, I was watching that movie Megan, and I told the guys at work, and he said, "Is that the one about the sex doll?" And it's like that's a little kid. Although I wasn't sure if I should bring that up. Like that's
And Megan doll.
that's.
Like a
I mean,
grown-up.
but at the same time, I don't know what they're picturing. If they're picturing that it could be a midget, and then maybe they're right. Maybe I'm judging them and going, "Oh, you know that's a kid, right?" But actually, I don't know if they're picturing a midget.
Yeah, I used to date outside of my height, so
Yeah. But they did, yeah. So
She just looks creepy.
big time.
I
yeah, that
haven't
movie
seen
could have
it
been
yet.
longer
I mean, I'm gonna
because
see it, but I have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be in a mood. You know what I mean?
you know, this isn't the movie to get high in because by the time
That's
it
what I was
kicks in,
thinking, though, to get
the
high.
movie's over. So it isn't.
What, I don't know
Oh, it's
what you.
short. It's a short.
What
movie,
kind of drug
so-
are you using by the time it kicks in?
It's a short movie, man. It's a short movie because it kicked in, and
Time
then
to
I
leave
wasn't
the
sure if I was going to leave the parking lot. Everything was funny, and I felt like my eyeballs were leaking, and it took a while to figure out if I could drive or I'm just going to stay and sleep in the car for that night. I drove home. Yeah, good movie though.
Do you know what a half-life is?
When you're 30.
Half-Life, I would think. I'm thinking of a video game, something that has to do with a video game.
Oh, I'm thinking, scientists about nuclear fission or whatever has a half-life of 60.
Oh, the nuclear fusion.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
okay.
And what it means, if it has a half-life of 60, it has a life of, say, 120. Why
120.
don't they just say it has a life of, why do they make you do the math?
That's like that stuff when they say the alleged gunman. It's like if you caught the motherfucker with the gun in his damn hand while he was shooting,
Yeah.
he's not the alleged gunman. He's the dude that did the shit.
What you guys think about that guy that was hosing off that woman in the city, right?
He should have gave her some soap.
No one thought of that solution. No one thought of that. I mean, because they just considered he's attacking this person.
It wouldn't have went nowhere if he would've nobody given would have
soap.
fucking videotaped it.
It-
Because they don't know the reason why it happened. One, okay, you shouldn't drown somebody that's sitting in the street.
I don't.
It wasn't a day where she would drown, though. It wasn't.
This homeless lady that this guy let sleep, this art gallery guy let sleep in his doorway for about 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
He asked her to leave because he was cleaning up. She didn't want to leave. She started
No.
cussing him out, yanking her hair and stuff, and he snapped,
he
started
didn't-
spraying her.
Didn't actually yank her hair.
Somebody videotaped it, and then now it's all over the news. And then they asked him.
Jeez.
They set his ass up good. So did you feel bad that you were spraying her, or did you feel bad that you got caught? I've been feeling bad because I got caught, and I'm gonna spray you too.
Yeah, he said he didn't feel apologetic, but then
I
when
wouldn't be apologetic either.
yeah, I like his honesty. I mean, the problem I think with society nowadays is
Everybody's in everybody's fucking business.
yeah,
That's what it is.
I wonder if that other guy just wanted competition or didn't like the guy that was videotaping that owned the restaurant. I wonder if he didn't like the guy beforehand anyway.
Possibly. It could be a number of
He's like,
Sometimes it's good. It's good. I mean, like the George Floyd thing, and they also took. There were a lot of videos of Asian people getting beat up.
Yeah.
Around the same time, and it was eye opening to me. I have to say.
But being married to an Asian person, I think I did my wife a disservice because I think I was using her as bait. Because we'd go downtown, and I said, I'll wait for you in the car.
There goes with the sex.
Just
thing.
to see. No. Because, we do a lot of shopping downtown Chinatown and Oakland.
Oh, yeah.
But knowing that that's where all the people, the Asian ladies and men were getting jumped, I told my wife, let's, all of a sudden I wanted something from Chinatown. And I think every time I went down there, I wanted somebody to fuck with her just so I can beat the shit out of somebody. So they would get the point that, somebody's watching out. So if you put your hands on somebody, be careful,
Oh, yeah.
be expecting an ass whooping to come back. Because, they wouldn't have known my wife was my wife, big ass black dude walking down and then all of a sudden you grab this Asian lady and then some dude throw you through a fucking window and try to take your head off to make a point. Leave people the fuck alone because you wouldn't want nobody doing it to you. Because one of the dudes, I think they caught somebody and said, what happened to your grandmother? Oh, I whooped them. Oh, well, see, that's the first thing. If it happened to somebody you love, now all of a sudden you're mad as fuck. You're ready to go tear up the town. But yet you can go do it to other people.
And they were beating up like tiny little old ladies.
Yeah, old ass
what
men.
Was that?
They didn't
What
mess
was
with
that
nobody
about?
that would give them a
Why was this a trend for a moment?
Yeah.
Because they're going to mess with people that are vulnerable. I swear to God, if I could have painted myself Chinese, I would have been standing around everywhere. Oh yeah, come mess with me. I'm frail man. Man, oh my God. I can't stand the injustice of some things, man.
Yeah, I don't like injustices either. I have a passion for it in which I might just break another leg sometime. I already broke one, but I can't say I wouldn't go after someone again. Just smarter, and don't lean in.
My strategy is to hide.
So I
don't think
Eyes
anyone
away.
should have to hide for any reason. You should be able to go anywhere at any
should.
time.
you should just be
without having
smarter.
anybody bothering you.
Because I leaned in the window, jumped in. Now I'm in their zone, and it's not gonna go well.
Man,
You gotta just be smarter.
because the thing all right, I live in West Oakland, right? And the thing that we're dealing with that really pisses me off, and nobody in my building understands. We have someone that comes in regularly to steal our mail. Now this motherfucker has keys to he stole the keys from somebody. Now he can get in our storage. And the other day I was laying in bed and I kept hearing the mailboxes. And I'm like, is this really my problem? And by the time I thought about it, I was already outside with a baseball bat chasing this guy down the street.
Yeah.
I was just in bed. Now my whole day, this was New Year's Day, I catch the guy. He pulls a gun out on me. I told him, you better use that motherfucker. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. He put the gun back in his pocket. And then he's going to sit up there, why are you chasing me? What are you doing? I was like, dude, you got my shit right here. Two of my neighbors followed me down. And, I really didn't want no witnesses because I had my baseball bat and I was getting ready to knock the fuck out of this guy. And if I would have had some witnesses, I'd be in jail. And that's the only
There
reason.
goes the video, just you.
I think I called you to talk to you about it. But it bothered me so much that I would have had to spend time in jail was the only thing that stopped me from taking this dude's head off. Because one is a violation of you being in my property, stealing my shit, taking my stuff without permission. If people had passion like that, it'd be a lot less shit going on because people understand that I shouldn't go over there and take your shit because it's not mine. This is stuff that you worked hard for. So it's not, I have no right to come into your private property, go through all your shit and take what I want without any repercussions.
No.
Some areas you get your hand cut off for that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And I don't see a problem with that.
Exactly. You spray paint something, you should get your ass beat in public.
I kind of like how we're on the same page at some areas.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we're on the same page on. It's just shit goes over your head because you're blind.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm the opposite. I rather err on the side of leniency. I think to take away somebody's freedom.
Yeah, see, but then because you might feel that way. Someone
I'm gonna
else,
take off their hands.
someone else, like maybe your husband or someone that cares about you, may have to do time for killing that person.
Well, see,
Because after 41 years,
a real man is not gonna fight for you. He's gonna let you fight. That's what you want, and that's what I want.
Wait.
Take care of myself, you know.
I was always taught that
Hey.
to protect
Oh, you can.
all
you
right.
can, but
to a certain point. But if she's out there talking shit, go on, baby, go on. Go on.
Yeah.
you should make sure
No,
he wants that.
that
A lot of times.
that sounds like what we're talking about. Yeah, if it's needed, you're talking about.
Or yeah.
Right. I'm not
But
just
not
talking about just
one,
going to
yeah.
beat somebody's ass just for the hell of it. No, it's you get it. I have to be
Yeah.
provoked, and
Because
it has to
sometimes we
be-
want to, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could always want to, but like those guys on the train want to beat ass, but that's because they're not respecting the stuff that we pay our tax dollars for. Why are you sitting all over the train like you ain't got no goddamn sense? Because I'm pretty sure you don't do it at home.
Yeah.
You put your feet up on the table at home, your mother's gonna take your fucking head off. I mean, at least I know mine would.
yeah, no, my mom's pulled a knife on me.
And
once.
it's just and then I'm waiting. They're singing these rap songs, so I know the lyrics to these songs. So I'm sitting there waiting for them. I'm just waiting. Go ahead, say it. And then as soon as it came the part where the N word came in, he was like,
Are we talking about the white folks?
"Yeah, on the train."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah, I don't know what gave them me and Paul have talked about this before. We've been told we have a pass and we still don't use the word because we know better. Better,
I think the word
Who told
it
you you
depends
had
on
a
how.
pass?
Well, yeah, I believe it. Paul, you said this before. Someone you've
I've been given a
Yeah.
pass before. Doesn't mean I was going to take it.
and I've had the same. Said, yeah, you're one of us, and like I appreciate that, but I know better.
Nobody ever gave me a pass.
Well, there's reasons, and I tell you don't really need a pass. It's just a good compliment, or it's a
never
compliment
used
or a setup, because ain't no way that word's coming out.
I mean, I don't realize how much I use it, but I use it a lot, and I use it as mainly satire or filler but I don't use it in my comedy. And that's I went over a lot of my tape, and I do not use the N word in my comedy. Now I don't understand why.
Some people do.
I mean,
I think I've realized. So we're getting on a race, getting serious. I think I've realized why people say silence is
golden.
can also be a way of letting it spread. I never realized it till I have realized people. So some guys come up to me at work and they feel like oh I can say these things that are racist, and if I don't say anything to acknowledge that it's racist, like yeah, they'll come on, hey blacks and all this stuff. It's like why'd you look at me as someone saying that to? But if I don't like say anything back, I guess that is a way of spreading me. Like well
Right.
they'll come back and think they could just keep saying it.
But
It's hard to-
racism. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's hard sometimes to know when you should speak and when you
But see, I think
shouldn't. I mean, you should speak every time.
you should.
You should.
Yeah.
I think racism is a choice. I mean, well, it is a choice, but a lot of people say, "Oh, I was brought up like this, and this, that, and the other." But
Good thing you've acknowledged it.
check this
Yeah.
out. If you ever think about a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been there.
What's the? We just had Hurricane Ian. Okay. All these displaced people, and all the people that are helping them. What did you see? Blacks, white, Hispanics, Asians, everybody working hand in hand. Nobody calling each other nigger, spick, chink, or anything. But they're working hand in hand. Oh, come over to my house. I'm going to feed. I fed all these people over here. I took them in. I did this. I did that.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that all the time? Why can't we just live like that all the time? Not the disaster, but the harmony that the disaster causes. You don't see racism 9/11. You didn't see any racism towards anybody in the States. Now, all the brown motherfuckers on the outside, yeah, you know, anybody with a dot, they went after. Anybody with a turban, they went after. But it was everybody here, even the people with turbans here. I'm not tapping on it. Even with the turbans here, they still got with Americans. Yeah, everybody was American.
Yeah.
There was nothing else. Everybody was American.
All right. Well, I think we had a good combo there, and some last words. My cat Amy. I hope you're feeling better there. She threw up last night, and it looked like the food I just fed her. I don't know the problem there. She loved it, so maybe she was just being bulimic.
You know?
Like, I love this so much, but I don't want to have the weight issue.
You talking about a cat?
Yeah. But she's very nice because she was like, I need to throw up. I'm jumping off of your bed to do it.
Maybe
Thank
she
you.
just wanted to eat it again.
So last words, because we're closing up here. Last words for my guests here. There we go.
Anything you want to plug? Any websites, social media, all that stuff. Gigs coming up.
I'm on Facebook, and the next thing I have coming up is I'm playing Johnny Carson in the Tonight play, which is a reenactment of the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and it's the January 27th, 1973 episode.
With Stephen Ferris?
Yes.
Awesome.
Stephen is my favorite comic of all time.
Sweet. And I got a Hence Singleton. Check me out on Instagram at HLS. Wait a minute. How to spell my name? HLS?
Comedian.
Comic. COMIX. Good Lord. Holy cow. And Paul and I both got a show coming up Friday at the Wolf House Brewery in Cloverdale. Show starts at 8, doors open at 7:30. Come up there, get in, come and check us out, come buy some merchandise, and come out and have a good time because you motherfuckers have been trapped in the house so long and you haven't been smiling. So come out and laugh, smile, and giggle and have a great time.
Tickets on Eventbrite.
And tickets are on Eventbrite.
All right, Luke.
Oh yeah. This is what's really happening.
What are we got going on next week, Luke?
Oh man, you always ask me this.
I do.
I don't know, but in fact, I didn't really even know this time. And that's the show. That's how it goes.
Flying by the seat of his pants.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week here.
I used to not even keep those on during the show.